Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough on the 1.1 experimental branch. It's been a lot of fun. I decided to go with something slightly different for the intro today, a little bit of a different kind of shot, more of a sunrise type of shot as well. So decided that would be a lot of fun too. Unfortunately, I thought the planet was going to eclipse the sun, but it looks like they programmed it just specifically so it wouldn't do that. Although that would be cool if we got eclipses every now and again. I would totally love that as a weather type, just a random eclipse. But anyway, so getting back to the game here, we are going to be. Let's see. There we go. Oops. There we go. Hopefully we don't have a crash today. We're going to be kind of rebuilding this slightly. I do like the design of it, but it's not there. You know what? If you guys know what I mean, it's not there. It's not where I want it. So what I was thinking was I was kind of mulling around some ideas, and I was like, what if we take this? Because this looks really cool, like the rotor. The actual rotor sitting on top of the rotor factory, just like the racing rotor over here. That sits on top of this one. What if we take that idea and we run it all the way down our steps here? So we have a rotor this size, and then we step it in and down, and then on this one we do another rotor, and then skip, and then rotor, and then skip, and then rotor. So you know what I mean. But not. I mean, yeah, we'll probably be building the full-size rotor, so I might blueprint for that. But yeah, this, like I said, it's just not working exactly the way I want it. So what I want to do is I want to take this blueprint here, and I just want to move it down. Now, obviously, we'll be stacking it up on an actual blueprinter. So we'll go like there. By the way, in case you don't know that trick, just if you got a blueprinter and you're trying to place it and it says surface is too uneven, just hit the H key, and then see it's locked. That locks the hologram and allows you to place it. You do the same with train stations too. Now you can't get around the has to be connected to it. The freight platform has to be connected to the train station. You can't get around that one, but you can get around the restriction of having to put down foundations underneath it first. By doing that, you just so we hit it down here. Actually, yeah, that's a little too low. I guess we say we could put one up here, but say as we go to put it down, surface is too uneven, place it down. The game's a little unhappy for a second, but it places it. Freaking hilarious. We should have a train running around here. Putting the station down is going to be impossible, though. That's the only thing about doing rail lines that... doing rail lines for decoration, doing trains for decoration, is doing trains for decoration, you have to have at least 2 stations. At the very least. You have to have at least 2 stations for the train to then schedule to, so it goes around and around and around. Like if you're going around a Christmas tree or something, you got to have 2 train stations in order for it to stop at. It doesn't have to have you don't have to have the freight platforms, but you have to have at least 2 train stations for it to do a loop like that. Because having a single train station, you can't set a schedule with a single train station. It'll go to that train station, but then it'll stop and it'll go no train station left. At least I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Actually, we can kind of test that. Getting off on a little bit of a side tangent here. I would like to test that, though. I think that would be pretty cool to test. So let's say edit timetable, rotor factory export, save changes. Unless you set... what if you set rotor factory export twice? Will that do a loop? No, it doesn't even apply it. Let me try that again. Save changes. Nope. Turn on self-driving. Yeah, path is invalid. Yeah, you have to have 2 train stations in order for that to work. That's what I thought, but yeah, something like that I hadn't tested out in a long time, so yeah, that was fun. Anyway, back to this here. And I was also thinking too, if we had enough room, I haven't checked this yet, but if we had enough room, could we... The elevator's not hooked in power. Is that too long? What about here? There we go. Now we have power. So the elevator can provide us power, but I was wondering if we can move this out of foundation. Not really, no. I was thinking about moving it out of foundation this way. Actually, it'd be fine. Yeah, moving the whole circle out of foundation, and then we could do 7 foundations instead of 6 to get a little more room in the center. The only problem with doing that is we would have to fill in the gaps on the outer edge as well. So it just, yeah, I don't think we should do that. Yeah, that'd be way too much work. I gotta tear down this entire thing anyway. This will still be the build up top here, which I actually might build that into a blueprint. Yeah, let's build that into a blueprint real quick. I'm not gonna use that, but yeah, we'll tear this down and rebuild the blueprint essentially. But first, let's go foundations, and we want using the shiny stuff. And then, what was it? It was architecture. That's where they're at. I just used the open fan version. Okay, and I'm not going to color these. Well, maybe I will. We'll do the unpainted. Okay. First, can I put this? No, you can't even put them in here. That's kind of annoying. Can I put these like down here? Just that. So I want to color it. There we go. Now I don't have it in my build here. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to go... So we'll do... Yeah, so that one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it was. Something like that. And I'm using, since I'm in 1.1, I can nudge upwards. As long as we keep placing it in the same place. Should be 10. 10. Yep. There's 10 in there. Okay. Then we can go ahead and save that as... Let's see. I don't remember how many. So, rotor factory. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so rotor factory 4. Save blueprint. Oh, whoops. Let's do a rotor. Confirm changes. There we go. One more quick save. Save. Okay. Clear blueprint designer. Alright. So now that we got that saved, now we can place that stud anywhere we want. I think that if this is it should be higher than what we currently have. If not, I'll have to... Yeah, it is slightly higher. I always thought these were a little too short, so I was like, man, I'm going to make those a little higher, but it's just like, maybe if I build a blueprint for them. Okay, so these, we're going to take these, and we are actually going to manipulate them. But we need a foundation to start out with. Let me put this, let's put this, give me some foundations. Let's vertical that. Yep. Give me that. This way I could just middle click and I'll have all the colors and stuff I need. I don't have to repaint anything. Because I'm basically building brand new here. So, yeah, we're going to start out with, oops. Should be a, yeah, it should be a 1 meter foundation, yep. Okay. This will also make the factory taller too, which will, which works out for me, so I'm more than happy to do it. Okay, where is that? So that's halfway down that small billboard. That billboard is here. And you want it here because then the wall kind of sticks out. I might even move it here, to be honest with you. Oh, no, we can't. That's right. How much does this go in? Does this go in a single foundation or multiple foundations? Let's just... Oops. Just pull out a 4 meter here. See something. Okay, it goes in a single foundation. Well, it goes in slightly more, but it is a single foundation. And actually, yeah. So we want... Is this exact? There we go. This is exact, okay. So we actually want that sign to be slightly back one. Unless we just use these that we've used before. But yeah, we do want them back behind. Because yeah, if we look at where this one sits, this very bottom one sits a whole foundation and then basically sits on the next foundation behind it. In order to make that happen. And since I'm going to be using that, I'm going to do this. I need it to go the other way, though. There we go. Put it exact. So it's sitting like right here. Is where it's set. Yeah, I was going to use the blueprint for this. Might still use the blueprint for this, but we'll have to change a few things. And you know what? No. We'll just do this. Yeah. I need power. I don't have no power. Yes. Stick that like there. It would be nice if we could. I still want a power pole. Like basically have a power connector, say like right there or something that looks like it's on a pole, or just a little connector. And then when we connect it to power, this whole thing is a power grid that we can use to fly around in. Now that would be cool. There's probably already a mod for it, I'm sure, but me personally, I always like to oops, I don't know why I'm going over there for that. I always like to do the vanilla stuff, especially with this playthrough. This playthrough is a non-modded playthrough. Not a single mod was used to create anything ever. And this is because it's my first time going through 1.0, and even though we're on 1.1 now, you're just like, you're still on 1.0? You still haven't finished your first game on 1.0? It's like, yep, I've been building beautiful factories. Well, what I consider beautiful, I should say. Not everybody's going to consider it awesome looking, but yeah. Oh, we could create a blueprint on top of a... Nah, that's fine. Yeah, so then we go like this. Maybe it's how far away they are from each other. Yeah, there's a reason I did that. I didn't want to do... Yeah, there's 3 walls in the middle. Yep, 3 walls in the middle. I didn't want to do specific like that, so... Okay. So yeah, each particular section is going to be like this. And like I said, this is going to make the factory that much taller. But yeah, I've been spending all my time building beautiful factories. I mean, if you really want a fast game, I don't know if they ever made a video on it, but there is a person there that currently holds the record for the fastest 1.0 game. If you really want to watch fast-paced, if they even, like I said, even if they even did a video on it, I'm not even 100% sure on that. But there is a person out there that completed 1.0 in under 3 hours, and it's just like, good lord, man. That is fast. No thanks. I'll stick with my my simple gameplay, thank you. I'll stick with enjoying my gameplay, I should say. Okay, so then with this we skip a space, right? We go foundations, we do a full... Should we do a full 4 meter? Yeah, I think we should, because it's a full 4 meter stacked on top of that, right? Yeah. So if we do a full... Is this not even... That's not even painted the right way. Oh, I guess I don't have a foundation. That's a 4 meter that's colored the same yet. Well, I do, but it's up there. Yeah, I'm lazy. But this one we go back 1. Do we have that much space, or should it be a 2 meter? Maybe it should be a 2 meter, yeah. We're still going to be way taller than the original. I'm thinking like that. And then we just build this up to where basically this foundation ends up here. Yeah, and I remember it too, we gotta do this as well. We gotta overlap it like that. And then we'll have a space of 2 meter, and then we have the 4 meter, or the fin gap, and then we have the next set and the next set. Yeah, I think that'll definitely make it taller. It won't be so squished. It's like I like this factory design. I actually even might change the color of this. And I was thinking to a... Maybe a 7.5, because I still want the blue, but I don't want... Maybe that color. I don't want it too blue, you know what I mean? It's like a steel blue color. Because it doesn't really fit with the rocky terrain. We might even do... Ooh, I wonder what that would look like. It's like we might even do like a desert rock color. Yeah, because it is in the desert. The blue just does not work. I think that was also part of the other reason. I was just like, man, the desert color just does not work at all. So yeah, what if we did? Yeah, what if we did a bit more? What if we just go full now? 0.9 maybe. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah, yeah, like that. Okay. You know how that one's like a dark orange over there. We'll do a lighter orange up here, so it, you know, the theme is there, the coloring is there. It's just slightly different to kind of make it different, of course. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna finish the rest of this blueprint and then put it all together. I'm gonna completely tear down this factory, completely rebuild it, and then we'll see the results in just a moment. Now, you guys already seen me build on this already. You've already seen what we're going for, what we're looking like. So I'm just gonna dump the whole recording on that one. That way you guys don't have to watch it again, essentially. Because, you know, we've already seen it, but we'd like to get to the machines today, so let's do that. All right, see you in just a moment. It'll be a second for you guys and several hours for me, so see you in 1 second. Alrighty then, finally got that done. It actually took me a few different tries to try and get exactly what I was going for, but I did manage to do it, so let's go ahead and load up them blueprints. Oh yes, forgetting about that blueprint entirely. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh good, there's an autosave coming as well. Auto search. Yeah, new blueprint. Oh, right. I don't want to load it up, I actually want to delete it. There it is. Remove that blueprint, confirm. That changes. Okay. That was just a temporary little blueprint that I was using to kind of help myself. Basically, so what I did was I built a piece of it that was going to contain most of the stuff I needed for the main blueprint, and then pasted that over and over, and then saved it into a new blueprint. So, but yeah, so if we go ahead and load up the blueprints here. So blueprint 1, this is what I came up with. This was the bottom floor to upper section, and this is actually really cool because part of it I did it accidentally, and then I went, we're doing that. You know what I mean? We're doing that. Also, I don't know why that person's walking, but whatever. Oh, it's because it's with the stupid radio. But I use these, I actually use smaller ones here, so these things... Oh my gosh. Oh, where'd that go? There it is. Oh, good lord. Let's get away from that. Sorry, I had a few more crashes. Oh yeah, so that does remind me too. We had a commenter talking about how they were having the same issues I was having with the whole crash. With the whole crash error, you get that you get the crash error, and you read the end of the line, and it said, you know, Unreal Engine crash due to adding 1 objects or hitting the object limit, adding 1 objects. Make sure to up your object limit in the game. I think it's the game the engine.ini or something like that. Yeah, that crashed too, and I was just like, yeah, it does. That sounds exactly what I'm having. So the game starts to lag, and then if you don't save or don't have an autosave when that's happening at any point, and you keep playing, eventually it does actually just crash. And yeah, that does make sense that it might be related to a memory issue. That sounds like that does seem to confirm what my suspicions was. It possibly is a memory leak. And again, that's just a thing. But anyway, so I had a few more crashes while trying to place this stuff. But yeah, I know I definitely haven't hit the limit yet because it doesn't crash as soon as I go to play something. So it really depends on how much you're building and where you're building it. Sometimes I can go hours without it, and sometimes I can only go 5 minutes and I play something and then it crashes it. So it's one of the things. But yeah, so that's the top blueprint. And basically the accident was me trying to place this small billboard here. That's what I was going to grab. I was trying to place the small billboard on the wall, and I was holding control. I believe it was on the wall here. I was holding control. I don't know why, because you can just place it on the wall. And I accidentally went too high up and placed the thing, and it placed it like partially over here. And I went, huh. And then I decided to run with that. So now this blueprint has these top wall. Same with the other blueprints. So if we actually look, if we go ahead and load our blueprint number 2, this is the top side. As you can see, this is much taller for our factory. You can see I placed them here as well. Now these ones are slightly different. This is a slightly different blueprint it's not exact to what the bottom portion is, but it still works perfectly fine. But yeah, then we've got that. So we've got that stuff there and that stuff there. And then blueprint 3. Go ahead and load up blueprint 3 here. This is all very expensive, I know. But we have blueprint 3, which goes on top of blueprint 2 for the very top portion, which is the original 4-meter rotor that we were going with, and I added this just for a little bit extra flair. There's a sunrise again. And then, of course, blueprint 4 is the little stud. The little stud we got going on there. So, yes. So I've got all of the blueprints ready and done, and I've got them all placed for our factory. So here's our factory. It looks so much better, especially with the orangish yellow lighting, or the orangish lighting. Definitely fits within the desert cliffs into the Spire Coast. Definitely fits much better, and I did move it. I did move the whole foundation piece, so when I tore this all down, I just had the foundations left. I deleted all the foundations, rebuilt the circle one foundation away, which I'm glad I did, because this does look much better, and we've got a little door into here as well. But yeah, if we fly all the way up here, if I stay close to the middle, I should be able to... Yep, there we go. Yeah, so here's the original rotor, which is the 4-meter. And then we've got the 4-meter step up, and then the studs, and we've got our elevator in here too. So yeah, looks pretty good. So now let's go inside. I haven't put any machines down yet, but yeah, this is the reason that I did the indoor lighting, because I think it worked out so good. If we go in here, just wow. And when I built this fully and I got the top on, then I went to, I built the door from the outside and came in here, and I'm just like, yeah, wow, wow. I love this lighting, the way this has worked out. As you can see, it's almost being hidden slightly, but it lights up the whole freaking building is lit up as well, which looks absolutely just so good with the with Lumen. And by the way, this isn't possible without Lumen, so yeah, it's just not possible without Lumen being a thing. Now I know this also right here, this looks kind of weird too. It's just the transition from the top to the bottom. I know it didn't work out like I wanted it to, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. I am okay that it did not work out like it was supposed to. So we're just going to leave it. But yeah, everything looks pretty good, so we're ready to start putting down machines in here. You can see Lumen is having a little bit of trouble. I might turn this back to concrete. Yeah, I might do that, because Lumen, you can see Lumen having a little bit of trouble bouncing the reflection off of the light. The light does reflect really nicely, because it's all reflections kind of in real time, but Lumen is still slightly experimental. So yeah, we might be going back to standard concrete. Or we could do grip metal. Ooh, grip metal might be okay. Yeah, let's do grip metal foundation. Yeah, that's much better. And you can see we don't get those sparkles, as I call them. We don't get the little sparkles in there. But yeah, it looks awesome in here. I'm going to put some real lighting down, some actual real lighting from the ceiling, to kind of off-put the orange. The orange looks nice, but it's a bit intense, I guess you could say. It's a little bit intense for that orange. Yeah, this isn't too bad. We're going to remove some of this anyway, but... Yes. We need a place to be able to put down all of our machines. Now, we've got so much space in here that we can do multiple floors if we wanted, which I might do. Oop, missed a spot, or a bit actually. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks much better. It's not quite as crazy. The reflections. I do like it though. It is definitely my favorite so far with this. No. We'll paint it. Like that. That's fine. But if we do have multiple floors, we've got an elevator. This elevator will take you all the way to the roof. It's temporarily powered right now with that, so. But when we do finally get it fully powered. So basically, we could put down, say, like 6 machines. Put down 6 assemblers, and then go up a floor, and then put down another 6, and that should work. So that might be what I do, or we can do 3 floors of 4, or 5 floors of 3. Or no, sorry, four floors of 3. I still want to do the 12. I'm still gonna try to do the 12, but if it can't be done, it can't be done, you know. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the belts down the elevator shaft down the side of it. So what I'll probably end up doing is putting the lifts right up against it as close as I can. And the reason for this is because I'm gonna have the belts go in and out of this middle section here. That's kind of what my plan was. So this particular section, I think, I might need to go from the outside because I need to find out where the 2-meter section actually is. These are all 2 meters apart as well, so. Okay, this particular foundation. So right here, this is where we need to go inside the factory. It's like, yeah, we might have to get rid of a bit extra. That's okay. Can I go from in here? It's looking like it's going to be a pain in the butt. If I put it there. What if I pull from right there? Can I actually do that? Oh, here we go. Why don't I just do this? There we go. And we'll put this little piece, this little section piece, right here. There we go. And you see I'm already starting to get a little bit of lag, so we might be having another crash here in a minute. But yeah, we'll run all of our belts in here, so all the belts going in and all the belts coming out now. Looks like it's going to be the same as the stator factory. We're going to be running 2 belts of wire, 1 belt of pipe, and then 1 belt of the rotors coming out, or 2 belts of rotors if we want to have the same setup. The 2 wire in the center, or no, the pipe in the center, the 2 wire on just the outside of the pipe, and then the 2 belts of rotors coming out. We can absolutely do that as well, but it needs to be at this height for a couple reasons. One, I still wanted to have that little bit that sticks out. I think that would be pretty cool where the belts all go in. So basically we'll have the belts go in the floor, and then maybe pop out here as well. So have like or have these 2 belts 2 belts of wire, 1 belt of pipe coming in over here, and then we'll have might have to bring them to here, have them pop out, and then go over like a little bridge to get to this point, and then go straight up into our little piece that sticks out. Because we can't have them coming into the middle of the floor there. That's just not going to work. Yeah, I don't know where the piece is going to be. I do know it's going to stick out over the top of this, so... I was going to say we could... No, not really. Yeah, it's 2 belts plus 1 plus 2, which is 5. Okay. Yeah, I think I might have them pop out, like, right there. Just have them pop out right there, and then go up a bit to about this level here. And then we'll have them go across in a little bridge going across it. Into the bottom of the piece that sticks out here. Because if we look at the rotor, this is what I was trying to not necessarily mimic, but kind of build something like it, where you got this little piece that sticks out. As you see here, you got this little piece that sticks out the side. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, this is looking much better. It's like it's like a rotor hourglass. It's very interesting rotor hourglass going on here. I also didn't go out. I didn't step it out when I did the bigger rotor up top. Just a little one. Okay, and then we got to do something with the bottom too. I'm not really sure what to do with the bottom. We could build the bigger rotor piece on the bottom as well, but that would take a lot of doing. So yeah, let me see if I can get like all the belts here, get them bridged over, and then we'll see what we can do about the getting them into the actual factory. Through that little piece, or through anything really. I mean, if we want to just bridge it over straight from this point across to this point and just call it a day, we can absolutely do that as well. Alrighty then, so I think I finally got this all done. It's not too bad, not too bad. We'll be able to slide right on in here. It does look like I need to remove these. Can I go one? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Okay, so it's gonna be interesting. So I can do this, but I can't. I mean, what we could do is just do wall holes there as well. I thought I was ready to go, but I guess not. That's how it goes sometimes, right? Yeah, you see it's starting to lag. Here pretty soon, if I don't fix that, it's going to end up crashing my game. Eh, we can call that good. So this is the point where usually I would like reload and stuff, but eh. I've also got this box up here too. I might fix it slightly. Foundations. Let's go with a 4 meter instead. Nope. Okay. I guess not then. It's like I was thinking about doing something slightly different, but that doesn't look like that's an option. But basically the belts kind of cross over each other in this small space, but I wanted it to look very particular way, so... Oh. That's not even on the right levels. They need to be, yeah, up here. Because if I put this here, it'll probably look better. But then again... oh, that's right, you can't nudge floor holes. Actually, if I put this here and then remove the wall, I don't need it anymore. I don't know why that was rotated like that. Is that centered? No, that's centered. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit greedy with my building here. Okay. So then we just get rid of these walls here. We don't need them anymore. Oh wait, yeah we do. Never mind. For the inside. Never mind. Nah. I have to go back inside here. Yep. Gonna have to go back inside. Okay. And then we're gonna make a little save here. You guys can see how many hours I have. On this particular play session, completely solo, completely vanilla, 613 hours. About to be 614. Freaking hilarious, man. See, I was at this level, wasn't it? Oh no! Ah, that's wrong too. It's at the right height, but at the wrong location. There we go. Okay. Just gotta connect them from the outside. Gotta go to this here, and this actually worked out pretty well, putting them on either side of that like that. That's how I did it here. So I gotta go in underneath the walkway, and then this one goes into a little box here to bring up the materials. I just decided to hell with it. We'll go asymmetrical on either side of this structure here, and we'll bring it into this box, get it all where it needs to go, and then we'll combine, or we'll yeah, basically combine it. Oh, autosave is about to happen. We're gonna let it autosave. I don't want to, you know, corrupt one of the autosaves there. You can see just how much it's lagging. So, yep, it is about to crash. So that's the output, goes down there, goes underneath, and eventually makes its way over here to this particular train station. So, alright, well, unfortunately with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. That's why I haven't saved and reloaded, because I'm like, yeah, we're at the end of our episode, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we'll finally be able to put machines into this thing, because we've got our belts coming in. So we've got, you know, we got the wire pipe, wire, and then output on the rotors. And we're going to produce them on, I don't know if we're going to do all 12 on this floor. I might do multiple floors, like, because we have so much room, we might as well do multiple floors, and then we can put them closer to the center to do the multiple floors, as well as because you remember before just how close we can put just organization. Watch, it crashes my game here. Sometimes just pulling out an object into the into its hologram form will also crash your game. Freaking hilarious. But yeah, how close these are. But yeah, I think I will do 2 floors at least, so we get to enjoy this. So, or we could do the floors from here, start here, put 1 floor, put 1 floor here, 1 floor here, and 1 floor here, and then the rest of it can just be like seeing the awesome awe of the lights. So yeah, put 1 floor at this level, 1 floor at this level, 1 floor at this level, and we'll put the elevators in once we get the floor heights down and whatnot. So yeah, everything looks pretty good. We haven't done the elevator ride, so we're gonna do that, and then that'll be that for this episode of Satisfactory. So let's go ahead and I just like to do shuffle. It looks so cool. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Then we're going down to floor 0. That does look just so good. I love that type of lighting. Very nice. Well, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So, yeah, next time, well, like I said, we'll put the machines in, put the floors in, get it all belted, hopefully get the factory finished next time so we can get started on the motor factory this week, and hopefully, I don't know if we'll get it done, but we can definitely get started on it. But like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.